funniest pets and people, a man looks a gift horse in the mouth. A real wedding shower. The Lord of the Prance. A toupee buffet. And a baby gets down and dirty. So settle in and pay close attention. It's the show that will have you sing, stay, laugh, and beg for more. Welcome to Funniest Pets and People. And now for some serious fun. It's playtime.
Man and beast.
So here's a tip if you're playing one-on-one with a dog and he's hustling you good and you're losing.
Definition defined. Guard dog.
Stop the video camera.
Alright, you can do that.
Wow, look at those dogs tugging back and forth, huh? Really getting their teeth into it. Oh, they're not fighting. No, this is just how dogs floss. Ralphie figured he wasn't fast, but he was patient. And eventually that tail would get tired and just give up. Okay, I'm spinning, I've got something in my mouth, and I'm spinning around and around, and spinning and... All right, I'm a merry-go-round, for goodness sake. Why couldn't you at least guess something? Now we lose our turn, and I'm gonna throw up. Instead of chasing mice, this little kitty is chasing his own foot. Which explains why even the other cats call him lazy. Here is one clever canine who's figured out a very ingenious way to sneak up on the cat. Oh, yeah. Ms. Whiskers will never see him coming now. You know, it was a simple enough request. Unpack and put away the catnip. And look what happened. Fell off the wagon again, didn't you, Boots? Yeah, you know, Lucy kind of had to admit that her goal to be the first woman to cross the Atlantic by parasail had already hit a snag. Hey, it's time for Pets and People Unleashed. Everyone agreed Rockwell was the world's best kickboxing dog because he was dedicated, focused, and because he was the world's only kickboxing dog. His parents didn't know whether to scold him for making a mess or... eating before dinner. Now, just why is this little duck repeatedly pecking and jabbing at his mother? Because he is, in the human parlance, a brat. Everyone was looking forward to musical chairs. But after a mix-up with a delivery truck, they were forced to play a new, simpler game called Musical Chair. It is, in fact, a contact sport. You know why that cat is spending 5 minutes attacking himself in the mirror? He's just taking a break from napping, that's all. I mean, no one could beat Clyde at horse when he used his bounce the ball off a bridegroom's headshot. The entire O'Brien litter all loved coming over to say hello. Artie, and Frankie, and Joey, and Bobby, and Paulie, and Mikey, and Billy, and Davy. Have you ever seen a little girl who was strong enough to walk through walls? No, neither have we. It was a two-dog operation. But the video solved the neighborhood mystery of the disappearing 12th muffin. Coming up, an ATV needs an SOS. Blitzen gets a Spritzin. When we return to Funniest Pets and People. Welcome back to Funniest Pets and People. These next few laughs are way over your head. It's birds. Now, don't laugh at him chewing on that feather. This cockatiel is actually trying to quit biting his nails. Now, let's see. Jump and flap and tuck. No, that's not it. Okay, wait. Jump and tuck and flap. No, that's not right either. Is it flap and jump and tuck? Oh, come on, I was just flying yesterday, for crying out loud. Can't be that hard to remember, I'm a bird. Stan had to admit the claims in the ad were true. With this hairpiece, he could do everything he used to do with his old hair. Now, just why is this woman giving this bird a luxurious hand bath in the sink? let's just say a bet is a bet.
Oh, what's that sound? Could it be a dog anxious to get me? I wouldn't know, because there's glass in the way blocking him. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what all that silly whimpering is. A dog that would love to grab me, but can't because of the glass. No, I can't be certain because I'm too busy just enjoying standing right here, plain as day in the sunshine. La-dee-da.
Okay, maybe it's not as foamy and bubbly as the real thing. But it's the best they can do until the hot tub is fixed. A little tip. If you hire a bird as your dog groomer, do not pay him by the hour. Are you wondering what this groom is getting the wedding party as gifts? That's right. Dry cleaning all the way around. I hope you're ready, because this is going to be fun. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to what might be the new Energizer Poodle. No one could deny Chuck had the stamina. But, you know, there were just so many other obstacles to his winning the Tour de France. What in the world is this woman doing? Ah, now it's all making sense. She's stomping her shoes in a bucket on a table. Oh, yeah, that's part of a long tradition from the country of, Bizarristan. This would explain the note in the bottle that washed up on shore.
Send dog treats.
Is this really necessary? An invention to help cats sleep more? We would describe this as A, an ATV. B, a four-wheeler. C, a bad idea. And the answer is... C, a bad idea. You're looking at a combination of dirty socks and doggy breath. Phew, aren't you glad you're seeing this from the safety of your living room? And now it's time for another episode of Doogie, the Neurotic Doggy.
Dinner time. Whoops. Knocked the chow nugget on the ground. No problem. Don't be uptight. Just clean it up later, right? What if I forget about it and it gets all nasty and... Oh, that's better. Now, more chow. Oh, I spilled another nugget. Darn it. Okay, just forget it. Oh, I can't forget it. Get out of there, you wacky nugget dog food. Come on, go.
Here's our advice for what to do if you find your sprinklers blocked by a thirsty wild animal with 4-foot antlers.
That's the way you cool off when the weather's hot.
Don't bother him. Coming up, a mopey mopper. And the winner of the Kentucky Dorky. When we return to Funniest Pets and People. Welcome back to Funniest Pets and People. Here's proof even the cleanest jokes can be fun. Now this is amazing. If only they could train the dog to wipe his paws after he digs up the rose bushes. And the really frustrating part, after all those dunks, he still hasn't gotten all the shampoo out. Forget a cracker. Now Polly wants a conditioner.
Hurry up, take a bath. Good girl. Take a bath. Good girl.
You know why this dog loves that bath?
Oh, you're gonna feel frustrating.
Because there's no water in it. Cats like to be pampered. And that wraps up another episode of Amazingly Obvious TV. Tune in next week when we discover that dogs like meat. Yes, sir, this little doggy is determined. He is not about to let 3 days of crumbs, scraps, and spilled gravy disappear without a fight. This proves that Snow and cats have a lot in common. They're both flaky. Rinse, lather, drink, repeat. Rinse, lather, drink, repeat. Rinse, lather, drink, repeat. Rinse, lather, drink, repeat. Vacuum dog hair, dogs bark. Hair falls off, vacuum dog hair. Dogs bark, hair falls off, vacuum dog hair. Will this never end? Hey guys, is this really an event you want to participate in? A game where you can hurt your wife and make her feel heavy at the same time? Saddle up, we're about to start horsing around.
What are you doing, silly?
Corky's peculiar way of working the punching bag in training may explain why he suffered the most knockouts. Our horse expert has translated those simple noises into words. Just listen. Sugar cubes, sugar cubes, sugar cubes, sugar cubes. Apples, sugar cubes. Ham. No, wait. Sugar cubes. That's, yeah, apple. Would Thunderbolt let a little thing like a bucket stuck on his head keep him from winning the Derby? Pretty much. They both love long walks and French films. But you still can't always trust internet dating. Coming up, a fierce tug of when we return to Funniest Pets and People. Welcome back to Funniest Pets and People. Are we rolling? Okay. Here at Leash Co., we will not sell any leash that hasn't been rigorously field tested by our team of experts. Well, except that one. That one is not a good one. Who put that one in there? Come here, Larry. Come here. You, I told you not to put it in the picture. See you next time.